Congressman, talk to me about the moment that this all started to more or less collapse around you. Were you in the chamber?
Yes, I was in the House chamber. I was actually carrying a piece of furniture to help try to barricade the door when there was a shout of shots fired. Obviously, kept trying to carry it closer, and then got told to get down. So, yeah, obviously a very sad day. This is not how we handle our disputes, our political disputes here in the United States.
I won't ask you specifically where you are right now. You're obviously in some place that is secure. What is the circumstance in the Capitol right now?
Just what I'm watching on TV now is what I know about what's happening in the Capitol. There apparently had been a report that I had been trapped outside and locked out. It was actually a timing issue. That was true, but it was before 1 o'clock. So Fox National had reported it because I turned the reporter around who was trying to go in. So I had been on the House floor since 1 o'clock, and when all this was going on, and we were partway through the debate about Arizona when suddenly the speaker was escorted out. Steve Scalise and other leadership were escorted out of the chamber. They locked all the doors, got us all into the chamber because that seemingly was the most secure location. As I'm looking at coverage, I'm seeing it looks like there's some order that's gotten restored. I don't know if there's other people yet in the chambers or in the rotunda, but we did while we were there. We were hearing a report that they had let tear gas off in the rotunda. We have. Emergency provisions that are available to us, and we grabbed those and eventually got out of the chamber.
So I just want to reiterate that you, and as far as you know, your colleagues in the Michigan delegation are safe at this point.
Yes, we've been in communication. It appears that at least on the Republican side, we've been communicating. I have seen Debbie Dingell and a couple of our other Democrat colleagues as well, who also appear safe.
And my final question: what was your immediate response? Obviously, you were trying to help, as you pointed out, but what was going through your mind when what had to be a surreal situation developed?
Yeah, we're better than this. This is not acceptable. Violence wasn't acceptable when it was Antifa and others on the streets here in Washington, D.C., and violence isn't acceptable when it's supporters of the president. And he should be coming out forcefully and strongly, telling them to stop and go home. I know Vice President Pence has done that as well. I believe the president has sent out a tweet, but he's going on television to say this. This is not how we settle our political disputes.
Tell me where you were and what your reaction was when this developed today.
Yeah, obviously it's been a very tense atmosphere throughout the day. We're up in the Capitol gallery observing and watching the proceedings as the Electoral College certificates from the state of Arizona were being challenged. The Capitol Police sealed in that chamber, and then after maybe about 15 minutes of being sealed in the chamber, we continued to hear, the crowds getting closer, and so we were escorted out of there. And now we're at an undisclosed location to stay safe while, order is restored. But it's just an incredibly sad day for our republic.
Congressman, it is stunning to me that less than 24 hours ago, or about that, you and I talked about this very subject, and your exact words were, "I hope cooler heads will prevail." And it appears, at least in some measure, they did not. And this is among your first days in Washington. What was going through your mind when this all started?
I've spent a lot of time in Iraq and Afghanistan. I know that sinking feeling when you feel like things are not going to wind up well. And, we've just been ensuring that our staff is safe, that our families are safe, that our colleagues are safe. But, I think this is I'll have more words later. Still collecting a lot of those thoughts, but if those who stormed the Capitol today thought that they could intimidate us, thought that they could get a message across, thought that they could do anything other than show the poverty of their argument, show that those who resort to violence and intimidation, they don't do that if they're on the winning side. That is the last gasp. That is a desperate attempt to assert an untenable position. So I am, needless to say, very angry. I'm very disappointed. I'm just absolutely saddened for our country. I think it's critical that we move forward here with some unity. I mean, we've just seen so much divide, so much rancor, and now to have it come to, unprecedented. 60 years since the Puerto Rican nationalists stormed the Capitol and opened fire. I mean, this is the words escape me today, Rick.